Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehanik ner shel Hanukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim ha'im b'zman hazeh.
חנרות חללו אנחנו מדליקים, אך הניסים ואך הנפלאות והשועות ועל מלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים חכם בזמן הזה. בכל 8 ימי חנוכה הנרות חללו קודשם, ואין לנו רשות להשתמש בהם, אלא לראותם בלבד, כדי לחודות ולחלל לשמך הגדול על נשיך ועל נפלאותיך ועל ישועתך.
מעוז צור ישועתי לך נאה לשבח, תיקון בית תפילתי ושם תודה נזבח, לעת תכין מטבח מצר המנבח, אז אגמור בשיר מזמור חנוכת המזבח, אז אגמור בשיר מזמור חנוכת המזבח.
Hi there, I'm Scott, and this is GreatScott Knitting, Vlognukkah Night 4. Welcome to Hanukkah. And so welcome in. Today is winter solstice, so it is December 21st, the so-called shortest day of the year, the least daylight, the most darkness. We're expecting a blizzard overnight and into tomorrow. So much fun. Welcome winter. So for those of you who are celebrating Yule, happy good Yule to you. May the light be reborn for all of us. So welcome to anyone who might be a new person viewing this channel. And to those of you who are returning, thank you for choosing to support me with your time and attention. I am off of work this week, and so I have been doing pretty much a whole lot of nothing and loving it. It's so nice not to really have anything on the to-do list not really majorly. Except I needed to rip out my hat, and I have ripped out the hat, and we are getting ready to add at least another inch, if not more, to the main part of this hat before we decrease for the brim or for the crown one more time, so that we can get it down to, about there. It has to cover my ears entirely, or it's a no-go. That's why the brim, I usually do a nice good 2.5, almost a 3-inch brim, so that the brim covers my ears, and then everything else is just sort of above. So that's been ripped back. We are in the midst of, I've done a couple of additional rounds since ripping it back. But, other nothingness got in the way of me really moving forward there. Cool. So that's what I've been really kind of been up to, which is a whole lot of nothing. So this one's probably going to be short as well. Yeah. What I think I might do for the second half of the Hanukkah holiday season is I had this idea, and I haven't put it into fruition, but I'm thinking I might do a romp through my yarn stash, at least the yarn stash that I claim, and maybe do a little cleanup as well through the yarn stash. I think that might be what's in order, is that. And so maybe I'll have you join me in my yarn stash cleanup for the next couple of nights. We'll start with like maybe worsted weight, go to DK, and then maybe spend a couple of nights on my fingering weight, because I have more fingering weight really than anything else. So maybe that's what I'll do. In fact, put a lot of money on that one. So because there's really not a whole lot of knitting going on, I'm not doing any more gift knitting this holiday season. And I need to start putting some basic shawls, some basic scarves into my yarn or into my finished object stash, so that my husband has gifts that he can give out to all these people, because he's always wanting to give out gifts, and he always like, do you have any shawls? And I'm like, running low here, sister, but we'll throw something together. So with that, let's just move right into Scott Talk, and we'll make this a really short night. So it is night 4, and for night 4, my focus of meditation, my focus of thought is on integrity. Integrity to self, integrity to my own vision, integrity to acting on what's important, and prioritizing what's important in my life, as opposed to just letting life kind of happen by happenstance, being intentional about following my vision. And yesterday we talked about vision. So being intentional about following my vision, taking responsibility for following that vision. And so sort of the outcome of taking responsibility, crafting a direction, is then to then go in that direction, to have the responsibility, to have the integrity, to follow through on what it is that is important. And so the word or the thought for tonight is integrity. I love this definition of integrity, and let me share this with you. This comes from Brene Brown. Integrity is choosing courage over comfort, choosing what is right over what is fun, fast, or easy, choosing to practice our values rather than simply professing them. Another sort of easy, breezy way of saying that is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. And I guess ultimately the question is, well, what are the right things to do? And often that's, I think, where we stumble, where we don't know what to do or how to stay in integrity with ourselves, let alone with others. And I think for me, the answer is, what is going to move me in the direction of my vision? What is it that I want my life to be about? What legacy do I want to leave? You know, as I am over 50, I'm looking at the latter stages of my existence consciously in this world that I'm aware of. There's fewer years ahead of me than there are behind me. That's just a fact. And so I guess a lot of my thought is, how will I be remembered? By whom? And what will they remember about me? Hopefully, this is one way that they can remember me, and it's by sharing my thoughts, sharing my heart, sharing my talents and my gifts, and in doing my best to hold true to what I believe and to hold true to my vision. And hopefully people will see that by knowing me, they are maybe better people. Because I know that there are a lot of people in my life that simply by knowing them and having had them as a part of my life, as a part of my journey, that I am a better person because they were in my life and they are in my life. I have the pleasure of being married to one of those people. I have the pleasure of helping guide one of those people into adulthood. I had the pleasure of having one of those people visit me unexpectedly this week. So yeah, you all out there, in your own small way, make my life better, make me a better person by your time, your attention, your comments. All of those things impact me. And hopefully what I do on this channel is of some impact to you in some fashion. Maybe you learn something. Maybe you take something that I say as a grain of wisdom, or maybe even a grain of folly, and are like, whatever I do, I'm not going to do that. And that's okay too. Or maybe you just find it enjoyable to be here for the short little time that we have together whenever I have the opportunity to come on. I know I enjoy it, so I'm going to continue doing it. And when I no longer enjoy it, I'll stop. And I'll let you know if that ever happens, but I don't think it will. It's almost in my blood as much as knitting is, this being able to share it with you all. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out this short night 4 episode. I hope you're having a lovely holiday as if you're getting ready for Christmas. Hopefully the stress isn't overwhelming and that you are still enjoying the process of preparation. If solstice is your holiday, may you have a blessed and wonderful solstice day and evening. And for those of you out there who are also celebrating Hanukkah, Chag Hanukkah Sameach, may you have a blessed and happy Hanukkah. And with that, may you have peace in your home and the fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Good night.